I'm nearly through up. Sorry, this was gonna. I thought about adding it on, but this is actually more of an introduction to the ChRiS live action than 20 minutes I made. This is going to make the production longer, and therefore risk that you're going to switch off because your attention span is so limited now because you're bombarded with media 24/7. And what do you know about what's worth it? Why would you listen to me unless you're a true red? If you're a true red and you believe in the mentality of Shanks, the socialist ideals of our club, the humanity, the caring, the justice for the 96, if you believe in all of that, then you cannot turn off. Look, Henry is a shark. You don't get to be a USA Corp billionaire by doing nice things. The Yankees, G&H and NESV, now masquerading as Fenway, not the Liverpool way. Sports are backed by a group of billionaire sharks, bodies of that assassin, President George W. Bush of the same country. 14 years without a major trophy until last year is forgotten. Whilst his USA Corp backers sold off our achievements to USA Corp sponsors to exploit our global fame. So they linked up all these various USA sponsors who are all coining it on the back of the fame that we made with Shanks. We built up the name Liverpool all over the world. We act as ambassadors, when real ambassadors, not the diplomats that lie to their teeth, through their teeth, or to their teeth, or by their teeth, or usually by their tongues. Look, they have accumulated an asset valued in excess of 2 billion. I love the team, always. Whoever plays, I love the team. I always support it on the field. Not like in days before where I loved everything, the Shank, the support and everything was all one. It's not. I like Jurgen, but do not give me he's a socialist like Shanks bullshit. Because Shanks was not a multimillionaire. Shanks did not live in a mansion. Shanks wasn't surrounded by an army of backroom staff. Like he's got about 30 people there working with him. Shanks made Liverpool with a boot room of 5. He made Liverpool into a global entity and the base for all success that followed. And it's no coincidence that when football got sold off to the Sly TV dominated establishment's plastic league, the club lost its way too. Because the red spirit will not be maintained without our supporters. We have written that open letter to LFC, supporters, SOS, and the Fans Federation and the Mayor, and to overcome this phony masquerade and commence the process of return. The majority of our supporters are fit and healthy. There is no valid reason for denial of access to their Anfield places. There are recent blogs on ChRiS Smith log, that's all one word, ChRiSMITHLOG dot blogspot.com. The two recent ones is the closed season and the complaint against the global blah blah. Okay, now on to the main subject. Thank you. Hello, this is ChRiS, and no, this is not an LbiRD promotion. It's not a campaign, really. It's not even a Scouser Abroad broadcast. Scouser Abroad broadcast. Would like to have a drink before saying that again. Yeah, this is ChRiS Live Action. And the subject is the masquerade. You know, the panic that somehow has turned a threatening but not actually deadly virus that he was told, or it was intimated or alluded to, that this virus would cause people to be dropping down dead all over the place. The high risk is probably less than 0.01% of the population, and even then we're not sure, because doctors and lazy receptionists have been listing any symptom, anyone approaching them with a symptom similar to a flu, which is quite common, as the Corona Con. I call it Corona Con because that's what it is. It's probably the biggest global con in history. So I know I want to just go through a few things before I get on to the open letter written to the club, the supporters, the fans, via social media. SOS, you know, supposed to be the spirit of Shankly, but they're so weak since the last 10 years that they've just capitulated to Fenway on just about everything. The Mayor of Liverpool, Joe Anderson, and other football supporter associations, plus this is circulated amongst over 200 Liverpool supporter or fan related groups on social media, various forms, via F-Book. I'll say F-Book because I can't be bothered to say their full name. F-Books, that's what they are. Effing book. Their various bias controls. Twitter, and linked up thing, and so on. Anyway, colleague Harvey made a review of the establishment's plastic league, glued AcTON, and that's been posted previously, so I won't go into this what's just gone by, except the point which will come up later, that how is it that a group of 30 or so young, fit professionals who are multi-millionaires, all of them, are allowed to go and play football, but kids and amateurs aren't. Something wrong? Yeah, why? Why? Because of money. because it's television, because the television companies tell them they've got to. This makes the government look even more stupid. Excuse me. Of course, then the sharks have had a turnover too in this recent time. One of their sharks, you know, the Scouser with the Yankee accent, Peter Moore, is gone, and now we've got a new one coming in, fresh from sharpening his teeth at Man U. It's really, well, as I usually like to say, it's better to see the enemy clear, like having a President Donald Duck Trump in Washington and Mad Boris in London. You know that they're going to be antisocial fascists or assholes or both. So we challenged the masquerade and the lockdown fiasco here at RedNet. Never mind new kits or transfers. Please wake up. New kits, just touch on new kits because I can't let that go. New kits, that's no way can the socialists of the ChRiS and ChRiS that I grew up with could pay 500 quid every summer for 3 new kits for one child or for themselves. Please wake up. Never mind the transfers. We know that Jürgen was employed to live within the Fenway's budget because they don't want to spend the money. They just want to build up their asset. Please wake up. And LFC fannies, please do not think that trophies will be easily won if LFC continue the empty stadium form in the new season. No support could mean no trophies. There's a Facebook event, number 428-339861458-350 if you want to join it. Or join one of our associated groups worldwide, linked with LbiRD Co-op via RedGemNet. You can also find it on the RedNet Facebook page. That's RedNet, R-E capitals, small d, N-E-T. As a kid, I was educated that democracy is a good idea, with a majority making decisions. Well, 2,000 years of civilization, and I look at your global mess and I shake my head. I spent most of last weekend watching previous Liverpool Cup finals, much better than watching Chelsea Rent Boys v Arsenal in an empty stadium. I mean, it just looks so ridiculous. They should change it to BS Sports, now competing for the ridiculous with the waste of space trophy with Sly TV. I want to also remind everyone that so much good stuff is posted at the moment. We haven't had so many blocks and bans on it, but some. The media team and friends of Facebook group, so it's like facebook.com/groups/1 CENSO dot capitals RED dot radio capital RADIO dot and dot RE capitals B TV capitals. So it's one Sensor Red Radio and Reb TV. Also logs on MonTV, MONTV dash ChRiS log dot blogspot.com. So, wrote an open letter to Liverpool Football Club supporters, fans, officers and whomsoever this may concern. This was sent yesterday, Montenegro, on 5th of August 2020. Reference: expected start and attendance at Anfield Stadium. League season 2020 to 2021. It's expected also that Jurgen Klopp and his backroom staff shall start to prepare the first team squad for the coming season from mid-August 2020. At the time of writing, and due to the neglectful and inconsistent mismanagement, that's the governments of course and their experts, there is no guarantee that the loyal followers, aka LFC supporters or fans, shall be allowed access to their season ticket places or previously allocated seats within the Anfield Stadium or other league stadia on or after September the 12th, 2020. We put all recipients is a good word, isn't it? We put all recipients and media on notice that if the staff and players of the above mentioned club truly respect and value its supporters and fans, they shall immediately make plans to ensure there is no valid reason for exclusion of LFC supporters and fans. We are of strong conviction that the enforced local and global lockdown with fear of penal confinement, fines, etc. was and is an overreaction to a virus far less deadly than industrial traffic pollution, tobacco, alcohol abuse, AIDS, Ebola, previous flu epidemics, meningitis, cancer, AIDS and other risks we all take during our daily routines, travels and careers. It is noted that LFC and others, the APR and indeed the UK government, we put that in inverted commas for want of a better word, to call them government is a joke, sanctioned 30 or so multi-millionaires and around 300 staff, paid staff, to attend each and every fixture during the latter part of season 2019 to 2020. However, children and amateurs and lower league players were not and are not allowed to play the game that has always been a major part of many of our lives. This cannot be said of the rulers, inverted commas, of the current local and global status quo. Those upper class twits and power brokers, I bet they didn't live their life through football. This is a disgrace, and we believe it is the basis of a claim for discrimination with and without the articles of the ECHR and UDHR 1948. I'm not going to explain that because you can work it out for yourself. However, it's not for you to wait for some green light before you deem to allow our members, friends and colleagues to resume the activity we love. We ask and urge you now to contact by email or registered post all season ticket holders and those who have previously applied for tickets but were denied access to Anfield until now. Ask those mentioned above, the supporters and fans, if they agree to bring or send a test of their individual fitness to the administration office, like the proof, to the administration offices of LFC now, not at the last moment, nor waiting for any external green light. In other words, we don't want the league to tell good old LFC on September the 11th that they can play on that they can allow fans in on the 12th, and there's no time to organise anything. At this time, the brand, as the USC Corp directors, Fenway, call our club, is at its most favourable for them. Sponsors are gleefully rubbing their hands at all the profits being made as a spin-off to the team's recent success, with 3 new kits and ancillary sales being heavily marketed. This is neither a warning nor a threat. We shall always take reasonable action for the benefit of our members and supporters at all times. That is our mission. Prior to, during and following this open letter. End. This communication has been copied to a project list of blah 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 blah, and links to exceeding 1.1 million users. A formal collective. So, whatever the values, whatever controls going on, whatever bias there is in the media and in the league, in the Slide TV, in the LFC boardroom, we know that there is discrimination going on. We know that there's misinformation. We know that people are lying. So whatever the value of this, what is true is that the jackals are controlling the sheeple and controlling the media, the sheeple via the media. You can go to one of our blogs, MonTV, MONTV, -chrislog.blogspot.com. The title of that latest one, I think, is called Fear, Greed, CMonTV Banned Wag Dog. So cover your ears, eyes and mouth, sheeple. There's lots of stuff around now which proves that you're being conned. There is, I backed a little bit Mark Anthony, who was often on Frank's show on Access Northwest Radio, because he's been posting a lot of stuff which ridicules and exposes the bullshit that's been told to you about the lockdown, the mask, the virus and everything. I'm going to probably do a thing with Harv as well, things we discovered living in a global police state. That's to come. Mark was a little bit worried, and Yite Cannon, another guy, that there's nothing we can do. Well, there is a way. It takes consequence and what I call Gandhi style. In other words, by civil disobedience, without violence, en masse. That means getting off your ass and blocking the situation not funding it, not paying them any money. The thing that will kills the monster if you don't feed it, and you feed it by your tax, by you doing all the things they want you to. Cancel your subscriptions. Don't pay them until you get access to what you deserve, what you expect from humanity. I was watching a film about a true story, if you've probably seen it, but it's a good one. It's got humour with it as well, and about Aaron Brockovich. There's lots of films like this, but it was another reminder of the vile methods of big business, what I call USA Corp, and the pollution which has poisoned our planet, which kills many more than the trendy virus that you're all scared of. Fear and greed. My other blog is enough. I've said enough, but if you get the chance, also watch Wag the Dog, because since the 80s, when the USA Corp won the minds, if not the hearts, of the global population, with all the sweeties sold to you as the American dream, it's now the global nightmare. Fear is a vital threat to mankind, much greater than any threat of the so-called trendy virus, or as I call it, CoronaCon. During the last 3 decades, the internet and mobile phones, cable and satellite entertainment fills your head with stuff to buy, rent, eat, drink, sex, etc., etc., 24/7, which ensures that the powers that be are rarely questions about the difference between the rights of the billionaire and their pet jackals and you, the sheeple. So what happens when they were recently challenged? In this year of 2020, there's no 2020 vision, because with contrived and planned by the CIA, or simply by chance, this masquerade has been used to con and troll you, the sheeple, in an actual, not virtual, local and global police state, removing all the freedoms my parents' generation sacrificed their lives for. That's enough for the moment. I know that 20 odd minutes is a lot for people to actually concentrate on these days, which is when life is full of 5-word SMS or texting. You need to absorb it, folks. This may be your last chance. So this is ChRiS at ChRiS Live Action, saying, with hope in your hearts, you'll never walk alone, so be good.
Girl, you're doing too much, but I'm not doing enough. Hey, you're getting too close, but not close enough to touch. Mess around, get a little bit on ya. Can't say I never tried to warn ya. Southern California, do more to warm ya. So we good either.
Players like they're playing some video game and they just didn't get it.
I don't care what you say, I know I'm impressive, and I'm just trying to tell you, tame. It's my game, in my lane. You can drive slow, you can ride lane. That I know is true on my name. One of them, as they come, cannot tame this way. It's like a false diagnosis. It's not your fault, and I know this. Just the grooving is so deep. Put it down till you go sleep. Might account only 4 sheets.